Hey guys, you've joined us live on Money Control. I'm Manisha Gupta, and the spotlight today is on silver prices, where we have seen further declines come in for this one. We're trading at around 4-week lows, and that is because there is strength in US dollar index. We also have seen positive data come in from US in sense of consumer inflation numbers, and there are expectations that the higher interest rates in US could last longer and stay there for a longer time. Also, when you look at the fundamentals, they have been on the positive side as well. I want to start with showing you on what the silver prices have done in this year. That's how we started this year. We saw a low of around $19.9 in the month of March and a high of $26 as well. Currently, we are trading below $23 there. Also, when you look at the last 3 years in sense of the silver prices, the high has been $28.5 and a low of $12.5. So it has been a big range that the silver prices have been trading in last 3 years as well. Well, let me remind you that all-time high for silver has been at around $47 or $48 per ounce, and we are way far away from that. That's a picture for the silver demand outlook. This is from Silver Institute, which says that the demand is going to sustain above 550 million ounces, and this perhaps could be yet another year that you could be looking at a deficit continuing. Is the reason many of banks and brokerages are calling silver prices to stay firm. Well, the least bullish really have been World Bank, Bank of America, Trading Economics. They believe that the prices will average at $21 to $23 per ounce in this year, though Citi and Investing Haven believe that $30 an ounce also is a possibility for this year. But let's understand these dynamics better, and joining us for that is Chirag Thakkar from Amrapali Group, Gujarat. Chirag, hi, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, on the prices front itself, it's been very volatile. We're trading at a 4-week lows. How do you see the prices moving?
Hi Manisha, how are you? If you see, yesterday CPI data came in, and we saw sharp volumes into the international market, and we have a couple of more data coming next week. We have Fed meetings and a decision on rate. That would be a very critical point where we could see a next couple of months of movement there. And if we talk about the physical market has been on a silent mode. There's been not so much of demand since last one and a half months, as we already see silver going into INR price till 75,000, and now back to 70,500 around trading right now. So I think this is a good level where we can see demand coming up.
Also, when we talk about an international deficit, how does India look at that, being the sense that we are one of the major buyers and importers here, and last year was a record number?
Yes, so well, last year we saw zooming 10,000 tons coming into the market. Usually it is an average of 6,500 tons. This year we saw lots of silver coming into the market, of higher prices, the over and above ground silver, which all came into the market, which had a reshuffle into the market. If we talk about the deficit, I think we on the world silver production numbers, we are still at a very sustainable level. It has not gone down. It has not gone drastically up. I think we are at a good level where prices will maintain such levels, and we are not seeing as such a physical deficit coming out of the global production.
All right. Chirag, you're a globe trotter. I mean, every time I try to speak to you, you're traveling in one place or the other. So tell us on how the world is looking at silver right now. What is the kind of market that seems to be, and what is on-ground situation in India when it comes to demand?
So in-ground situation, if I talk about the global markets are looking into the Indian markets very sharply, as the kind of a demand we saw last year. Global markets, all the major institutional banks are looking at Indian market, that why India is so silent this year, because at the same time all the global players were expecting that there'll be a huge demand coming up out of the India, but that we have not seen, just because the major reason is the price, wherein we are seeing overflow coming out of the market. And now the industrial use have been increased into the Indian market. We have seen lots of manufacturers been using Indian silver, and it is going major on the industrial output. So we see a very sustainable demand coming into the Indian market. And down the line, 3-4 months, I think we have not imported as much we anticipated. So I think next couple of months will be very exciting for the demand side into the Indian market.
So, how would you look at last year, same quarter, Chirag? Because we do understand that the second half of every year does see strong demand because the festivities, wedding season falls during this period. What is the sense during the second half of this year now? What's happening on ground? What's the kind of demand you're looking at?
So if you see on the if we compare quarter to quarter, last year I think we were very much on a high side of the demand because prices were supporting. At the same time, there's a jewelry demand coming in, and at the same time the jewelry demand and the silverware demand. So now silverware demand and the gifting demand has increased from last year to this year.
Okay.
So if I just compare year on year, last quarter our digital platform was trying to cope up with the small coins and bars investments. At the same time, today the prices are almost 10 to 15% higher, and we are still seeing demand of those small investment coming to the digital platforms. So I think there's a lot of more awareness for the silver which is coming into the market for the investment and the gifting purpose.
Well, as you mentioned, when last 1 year has seen prices below 60,000 as well, and we've seen prices above 70,000 as well. It has been quite volatile on a week-on-week, quarter-on-quarter basis as well. Is there any estimate, any calculations that you're working with on where the silver prices could be by Diwali, by end of this year, even a slightly longer term if you wish?
Okay, so I'll give you a personal opinion. As I also told you last time, 66, 68,000 is a very nice level to go on the buy side. I see ranging between 65 to 78 down the line next 6 months. But a major formula would be what kind of a Fed takes a move in the FOMC, and that would make it more volatile as we have been seeing since last 6 months. We saw $25 last month. Right now we are trading at 22 and a half. So that will be a major thing which would regulate this market. But at the same time, I don't see market going below 65, or max it would be 62,000, which I could say if there is a major chunk of developments coming from the fundamental news or any economic news coming out of the global markets.
All right. Chirag, a final question, and let us in a secret. If I wanted to buy silver today, if our viewer wants to buy silver today, what is the best way of buying?
I would say the best way to buy is a digital platform. We're already running that platform. We have around 15, 20,000 active users into the market, which are trying to buy in very small denominations, which has an option of a physical delivery anytime at your doorstep. So I think digital is a way to go. We have seen a digital revolution which has already come up. India is making a very global footprint toward to the digital transformation. What India as a country has, and I think people are adopting it. The millennials are adopting it. Last month, I was trying to have a survey with the people who already bought some silver at my platform. I was talking to them. I came to know that those are the age of between 20 to 26 years, which is way surprising. We didn't expect this age group to come to a platform and make a small investment.
Well, millennials are getting smarter. What can we say? Thank you so much, Chirag, for joining us. Well, that's the view really coming in from Chirag Thakkar there. Silver prices expected in tune of 65,000 to 78,000 on the higher side, and digital clearly is the way to go if you want to buy silver as well.